Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to focus on one of the most important things you can do to create a life that you love, and that's how to make time for the things that are important to you. Being effective with your time is different to being busy. I find that the key is to be intentional with my time, instead of jumping on the busy bandwagon, overscheduling events and tasks and ending up being too drained to do things that I really want to do. I've found that by moving away from being busy and slowing down, I'm able to do things that contribute to my goals, things that I always said I wanted to do more of and never had time to do before. It might be reading more, or writing a book or a blog. It could be improving photography, cooking extravagant meals, playing board games with my kids, or even starting a business. The only way to do it is to make time. The key ideas for this video have come from the book Make Time by Jake Knapp and John Zeratsky. The authors talk about how busy we all are, and how by the end of the day we might end up asking, what did I really do today, while we dream about the projects and activities we really want to do someday. You may try to be more productive by shaving time off certain chores and cramming in more to-dos, but there'll always be more tasks to add to the list. Instead, they recommend a simple framework that helps to 1. Avoid distractions, 2. Maintain energy, and 3. Make more time. You can do this by following 4 steps every day that help make time for what's important to you. And when you start making time for what's important to you each day, you should end up feeling more joyful and satisfied every day. The first step is to choose a single activity that you want to make time for that day. This is called your daily highlight, an activity that you want to prioritize and protect. I do this when I sit down with my bullet journal and write my to-do list for the day. I mark my highlight with a star to tell me that this is the one activity that I'll definitely get done today. Your highlight could be an important goal at work, or something at home, like cooking a specific dinner, or writing a blog post or reading for half an hour. There will be other things on your to-do list too, but the highlight will be your priority. Asking yourself, what's going to be the highlight of my day, helps make sure that you spend time on the things that matter to you, and you don't lose your whole day either reacting to other people's priorities or responding to distractions. Instead, it gives you the power to be intentional and focused about how you spend your time. It allows you to slow down and actually experience the moments that you want to remember, rather than rushing through an endless to-do list. When thinking about what highlight to set for the day, you can think about potentially what's most urgent that day, what will bring you the most satisfaction, or what will bring you the most joy. For me, it's usually a mix of the three over the course of a week. I don't like my highlight to be something urgent or administrative too often, because I like to use this method to do more of the things I feel passionate about. So for me, it helps to batch my admin and then make it my highlight to deal with that batch of admin in one day. That stops me from having to spread the administrative tasks across a number of days. Highlights are personal to all of us. Your highlight to read a book might seem like a waste of time to someone else who would rather meet a friend. But you're never wasting time if you're intentional about how you spend it. Fellow bullet journalers, you sometimes have highlight spreads where you record your highlight at the end of the day. Try asking yourself at the beginning of each day what you want your highlight to be. The second step of the framework is laser focus. Once you've chosen your highlight, you need laser focus to work on it. You can do this by managing the distractions around you. The biggest distraction we have today is technology, social media, messages, news, websites. In the book, they refer to these as infinity pools because they're apps that give us an infinite supply of content to consume. Every time I refresh Instagram or YouTube, there will be new content available to distract me. If you can make some changes to how you use those infinity pools, you can find your laser mode that allows you to focus on your highlight. to help you manage your attention and avoid getting sucked into the other stuff going on around you. To be able to work on your highlight each day, you need to have laser focus. If you think about sitting down to write a blog post or 1,000 words of a novel that you're trying to write, it's much more effective if you have that focus. Every distraction impacts the depth of our focus. Every time you stop what you're doing to reply to a text, your brain is context switching, and there's always a switching cost. You have to get your brain back into the task, and it's only after a period of uninterrupted time that you get really effective and produce your best work. There are a few different strategies to make it harder for yourself to get distracted by infinity pools. You can try and create a distraction-free phone. You could go as far as deleting the apps that steal your time or make you feel the urge to constantly pick up your phone and hit refresh. You can stop your laptop from remembering your passwords, so every time you want to go on Instagram or YouTube, you have to first get onto your laptop and then type in a password. The extra time it takes to log on gives you the time to think, do I really want to do this, or am I just wasting time? Some people even delete the web browser on their phone to stop them from constantly looking things up. That might work for some people. For me, it's helped to rearrange the apps on my phone. I've moved the apps that really distract me to the last page on my phone, and I have a blank home screen, and that gives me a moment to decide whether I really want to be distracted right now, rather than just doing it on autopilot. I've also disabled notifications, so I can set aside time to go on social media rather than constantly reacting to notifications that pop up. I still have some work to do with this because I'm adjusting to becoming a content creator, so a lot of what I do is on social media, but the small changes I've made so far have definitely helped. I feel like I have regained some control and extra energy by reducing the context switching, and it allows me to enjoy and appreciate the moments every day. Me and my husband are also talking about automatically shutting down access to the internet for a couple of hours every evening, and during these hours we can refresh and recharge ourselves rather than our devices. The third step is to have the energy you need to focus on your priority and avoid distractions. If you have less energy, you'll turn to distractions and you'll find it harder to maintain your focus on the activity that's important to you. To do this, you need to go back to basics by looking after your body to fuel your brain. The most important one for me is having a good sleep routine and having a good quality sleep. When I get 8 hours of good quality sleep, I feel like I have superpowers the next day. I have that laser focus and the level of energy that I need to manage the demands of the day and enjoy it. I start closing curtains and avoid bright lights after about 7 or 8 p.m, and my phone goes into night mode, which I find helps me fall asleep on time and get a good quality sleep. After 9 p.m, I try to avoid doing things that make my brain or body feel really active and instead opt for something really relaxing like reading, gentle yoga or journaling. Another thing that helps me have more energy during the day is staying active and moving during the day. But apparently research has shown that you can achieve the cognitive health and mood benefits from just 20 minutes of exercise. I try to find ways to walk or jog somewhere, and sometimes even just doing some cleaning around the house wakes up my body and makes my brain work better. Being outside and getting some fresh air, walking through nature without too much noise also really helps re-energize. The final step is to reflect at the end of each day. Review which tactics helped you focus, which ones you want to drop or refine. Think about your energy levels and whether you made time for your highlight and what brought you joy in the day. You can write a few lines in your journal and rate your focus and energy. Write a line on what you could change to make it better. The aim is to try different strategies to help you stay energized and make time for your highlight. You can then create a personalized system that just works for you. One of the things I love about being intentional with my time is the control that I feel that I have over my time. So even if I want to binge watch Netflix every evening this week, I will. When you have a system for making time, you can start to trust yourself and trust that you'll make time for what's important to you. Even if you take a week off to do nothing, you're able to start trusting your instincts a bit more and realise that you want to devour that new box set on Netflix because your brain and body will appreciate the rest and relaxation that it really needs at that point in time. Giving your brain an opportunity to switch off is always worth making time for. The main takeaway from this is that if you want to live a life that you love and make time for what's important to you, you need to believe that your time, attention and energy are yours to play around with. So it's worth experimenting and finding a system that allows you to make your time your own and do the things that are meaningful to you. It won't take away all of your to-dos, but it should hopefully help slow down a little, reduce noise and distraction around you, and help to find joy in every day. Let me know in the comments if you have any strategies to avoid distraction and how you manage to maintain the energy to do what you want to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.